Okay, so today's testimony. The defense, which is disgusting, she is just really out of control. She doesn't. Okay, so we're going to talk about what she's doing and we're going to talk about why it doesn't work and the dynamics of a toxic relationship, which is what we talk about all the time. So the defense is showing P. Diddy and, text messages between the two of them, and then talking about, oh, it couldn't have been that bad. These are lovey dovey, messages between the two of you. And she's like, yeah, that was then. And then things changed. The dynamics changed. And like we talked about in another video, toxic people do not reveal that they're toxic. Everybody has to get that in their freaking head. They do not approach you like, hey, I like to beat the shit out of women. I do. I mean, I got to admit it. I like to beat the fuck out of them. I love doing drugs, which makes me more violent. And I hate women. Okay. Which is why I'm going to eventually beat you up, because I hate women. I really do. I don't mind sticking them, but I hate them with a passion because of what my mother did to me as a child. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We're going to keep it raw. Okay? It is not natural for your kid to watch you get banged by your Johns. Yes, that takes a toll on a child. Yes, that messes them up potentially for the rest of their life. Okay? Anyway, let me breathe. So defense is trying to act like all of this is consensual and, the drug thing, everything is all by choice. And Cassie said, no, it wasn't by choice. He fed me drugs in the beginning and she would take opioids to come down and numb herself. Okay. Cassie also suffered from sores in her mouth, on her tongue, because of the rawness of providing oral service. Y'all know what I mean, because enough is never enough for a sexual deviant like P. Diddy. And ecstasy, after like the bodyguard said, big homie, he's been at those freak offs because he was working, he was protecting a client, and he said that, he witnessed the freak offs. And because she had to provide oral service all the time and do sex every kind of way you could think of, a big homie made a comment that he's seen upstanding citizens, decent men, turn into monsters after sexual deviance. He said, if you've been on ecstasy for 2 to 3 years, you become a sexual deviant. Okay, those were his exact words, big homie. All right, and I posted it in one of my videos. I can't remember which one, a recent one, I believe. His testimony to Michael Francis. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it Francis, Michael. Anyway, she got UTIs all the time, which are urinary tract infections. They got to the point where they became resistant to antibiotics, and she was getting them all the time, and she would just take more pills he introduced her to the pills, and she started taking them more and more. And it just, her body suffered, her mind suffered. And, this video that I just saw, which I will post in the description, the young lady that was talking was telling all about the trial, so you'll hear her side of it as well. I keep you guys in the loop. I try to. Even if I'm busy, I try to take some time to, keep you guys in the loop. But she said, and all these dudes that are saying, just leave, if it's that terrible, just leave. She said, how many of them, oh snap, how many of them are in horrible marriages and they don't leave? And they have reasons, because they don't want to never see their kids again, or they don't want to get reamed over the coals financially. Some people are worried about their image. They need everybody to think they're in a great marriage, so they cannot risk having that fake image broken to the public. I mean, there's a lot of reasons. So they're kind of very, very, very hypocritical. Okay. Leave, leave, leave. Well, your ass ain't left. You'd rather stay with your wife that you hate so much and have affairs with people. Telling all of your lovers or potential lovers how terrible your wife is. So you're very much a massive hypocrite. Okay. Oh, of course, some of them are stuck on body count and how many partners have you had and judging women for that. But at the same time, they're sticking everything that's not cemented to the ground. Hypocrites. Moving right along. I can't stand hypocrites. Fake, 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 fake. Hypocrite, 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 fake. Anyway. So, what a complete nightmare. And with toxic relationships, there's a cycle. There's the honeymoon phase. There's the build-up. And then sometimes it's not a build-up. It goes straight to the crazy page. And the verbal abuse, the physical abuse, whatever type of abuse, the gaslighting, telling you your reality is this when it isn't, that's called gaslighting. Telling someone you love them when you clearly don't, that's a form of gaslighting and pathological lying. Okay? Can't stand liars. Anyway, so build, abuse, and then we go slowly start to appear normal, and then we go back into the honeymoon phase, and there may be some phases I'm missing in there because it's been a while since I looked at the actual circle of abuse, but the honeymoon phase in a toxic relationship is lovey-dovey, kiss, kiss, I love you forever, I can't wait to grow old with you, and in a toxic relationship, that is all fake, lies, glitter, and ridiculousness. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. Okay. And then the defense also tried to defend the baby oil. He had 1,000 bottles of baby oil, which many of them were laced with liquid GHB. We talked about that before. Okay. Date rape drug. And what else? I'm thinking here. Oh, so the defense attorney said that he probably got those at Costco. Costco made a public statement and said he did not purchase those with us. So there goes that. The defense is just out of control. And she said it's an honor to defend him. No, it's an honor to take his money. You ain't slick. You ain't slick. And you're attacking a pregnant woman. And yes, that's going to blow up in your face. And people are going to get pissed about that because the stress of all of this could cause her, problems with her labor, problems with delivery, all kinds of grief because nobody should go through this anyway, period, right? So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and put that video that I saw today, which is a very, very detailed, synopsis of what happened in court because cameras are not allowed in a federal case like this. Cameras are not allowed in the courtroom. So anyway, you all take care. Much love. Mommy loves you. And y'all be good. Stay safe. Stay off your phone while you're driving. What I tell you, don't make me come for you. Love you. Bye.